सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालदेशावदिभ्या निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनः उरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावत् भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानाम् अग्रे पश्यामि तेजो निबिडतरकला यावली लोभनीयं पीयूषाप्लावितोऽहं तदुतरे दिव्यकैशोरवेशं तारुण्यारम्भरम्यं परमसुखरसास्वाद रोमाञ्चिताङ्गैः आवीतं नारदाद्यैः विलसदुपनिषत् सुन्दरी मण्डलैश्च
Gurupavanapure Hantabhagyam Jananam. Namaskaram to all the Astikas. It has been a very adventurous journey as of now. Why? There is a gem called Syamantaka that is bestowed on Satrajit of Dwarakapuri through his intense worship to Surya. Krishna asks for the money. He publicly refuses. The next day the money goes missing. People start blaming Krishna. To remove that kalankam on him, Krishna goes to the forest, spots a dead horse, Satrajit's brother, and a lion. In his due course of searching for the money, he spots the money within the cave, has a duel with the Riksha Raja called Jambavan. Later, when Jambavanta realizes that Paramatma within Krishna, he gives away the money and his daughter Jambavati. On his return, he has to return it to Satrajit. Let's see what happens. Tadanu sakhalu vrida lolo vilola vilochanam duhitaramaho dhiman bhamam giraiva pararpitam aditamanina tubhyam labhyam sametya bhavanapi pramuditamanastasyaivadan manim gahanashayaha tadanu saha vridalolaha. That's Satrajit. When that money was given, because he had passed that rumor that Krishna has stolen. So when the money was returned, there was a little shame, a guilt in him. Vridalolaha khalu dhiman sanna adita tubhyaha. And then he becoming suddenly wise. Because he was a man of, he was fickle-minded. Sometimes he would be good, sometimes he would be bad. He had mood swings. So suddenly when he turned good, dhiman sanna, suddenly he became very intelligent. Adita tubhyam, he gave something to you. What did he give? Manina, which is the Syamantaka money. He said, Krishna, you had asked for that money. I had blamed you. I refused. Then I blamed you. Now you have retrieved that money. It belongs to you. Take it. Manina. Saha. Along with that money, Duhitaram Bhamam. He gave our Bhama. Bhama is his daughter. She was called Satya Bhama or just Bhama. Duhitaram Bhamam. Vilola Vilochanam. Vilola Vilochanam, the one who had beautiful eyes. Vilola Vilochanam. Pararpitam, the one who had been offered to somebody else. So that somebody else, like how Rukmini was engaged to Shishupala of Chedi Desha and later married Krishna. Satyabhama, whose Bhama was offered to another person called Shatadhanva. Now that particular relationship was broken by the very father Satrajit, and he gave away Bhama along with Syamantakamani to Krishna. Pararpitam, Duhitaram Bhamam Vilola Vilochanam Gira Eva. So Gira Eva is only through words. She was offered to Shatadhanva. There was no such ceremony. Unlike in Rukmini where there was a proper engagement, there was no engagement here. Only through words. But that was cut. Aho, wonder of wonders. What had happened? Bhavanapi Gahanashayaha, the one whose mind cannot be even understood, you cannot be fathomed. Pramuditamanaha Sametya Labhyam. Because Bhattatri began this Dashakam stating that why did Bhagavan have to ask for that Syamantakamani, after all, one gem to this person who's greedy minded called Satrajit. That is where he concluded maybe this was a vyajam, an excuse for Bhagavan to marry Satyabhama. That is proven in this Shuk Shloka, Pramuditamanaha Sametya Labhyam, when Bhagavan got gladdened, Adatmanim Tasya Eva. What did he do? Now this is something very interesting. If he had wanted that money, he would have kept it. He wanted Satyabhama, not that Syamantaka money. So when that Syamantaka along with Satyabhama was offered, he married Satyabhama and gave away the gem back to Satrajit. Vridakulam ramayati tvai Satyabhamam kaunteya daha kathayatha kurun prayate hi Gandhineya kritavarma gira nipatya Satrajitam shatadhanur manima jahara tvai ramayati sati. When you were delighting the mind of Satyabhama, Vridakulam, Satyabhama, who was very shy. See, later when we see Satyabhama's Patram, the character exposition done by Vyasa in Mahabharata and Shuka in Srimad Bhagavata, it seems she was very outspoken. She had very good friendship with Draupadi. The way they converse, Draupadi Satyabhama conversation features very well. All that is fine. But here she had coyness. Satyabhamam Vridakulam Atha Prayate Kurun, who had gone to Hastinapura. So Krishna and Satyabhama had gone to Hastinapura because it is then when the news that the Pandavas were burnt was heard. They were in the Laksha Griham with Duryodhana had devised to kill them. So that news reached them. Kaunteya Daha Kathaya. Kaunteha Daha Kathaya, all the sons of Kunti. Kaunteya Daha Kathaya. Daha Kathanam means how they were being burnt in the palace. He Gandhineya Kritavarma Gira. In that due course, when Satyabhama and Krishna had left, now Gandhineya, which is Akrura, Kritavarma is Kritavarma. So Kritavarma and Akrura, who's Gandhineya Gira, falling to the words of Akrura and Kritavarma, that person who was earlier engaged to Satyabhama called Shatadhanuhu, Ajaharamani, he took away this particular gem that was initially asked by Krishna, later retrieved by Krishna, given to Satrajit, given back to Satrajit, taken away from Satrajit, Nipatya Satrajitam. So how did he take it? When he had to take away from Satrajit, Satrajit would not let it go off easily. So there was a duel and Satrajit was killed. So Satrajit was killed and that money was taken by Shatadhanva, who was earlier engaged to Satyabhama, upon listening to the advice of Gandhineya, who is Akrura, and Kritavarma. Shokat kurunupagatam avalokya kantam hatva dhrutam shatadhanum samaharshayastam ratne sashanka iva maithila gehametya ramo gadam samashishikshata dhartarashtram avalokya kantam. Now there is this mention of Satyabhama, who was in Hastinapura, looking at her being very upset because she knew her father was dead. Upagatam kurun shokat. They had come to Hastinapura to express their sorrow upon the dying. For them it was as if the Pandavas were dead. Meanwhile, she got to know that her father was dead. So there was sorrowness that was coming wave after wave. Tvam samaharshayaha tam. So to give her solace, what did Krishna do? He came back, Hatva Shatadhanum Dhrutam. He started fighting Shatadhanva and killed Shatadhanva because that was a vendetta that was done. Hatva Shatadhanum Dhrutam Ramaha Sashankam Ratne Iva. Ramaha Sashankam. Ramaha, that Balarama, Sashankam Ratne Iva. So when Krishna killed Shatadhanva, now he had to search for that money. That money was missing. This was witnessed by Balarama, and Balarama thought that Krishna must have an intent. Now you must find it so complicated because Akrura is such a great bhakta, but he is the one who's advising Shatadhanva to take away the gem. Here Balarama is Sankarshana Avatara, he is Adisesha Avatara, own brother to Krishna. Now he is not impressed with Krishna's demeanor. Ramaha Sashanka Ratne Iva. He thought, why is Krishna acting like this? Why is he searching for the gem? So he was confused. Aitya Maithila Geham, and went away from the court of Mithila. Samashikshita Dhartarashtram Gada. So, in an act of fit, as if acting against Krishna, he started training Duryodhana in Hastinapura. Akrura yesha bhagavan bhagavatse shaiva satrajita kucharitasya yuyoja himsam akrurato manimana kritavan punastvam tasyaiva bhutimupadhayitumiti bruvanti. Hey Bhagavan, who's possessed of 6 auspicious attributes. Jnana bala, Aishwarya virya, Shakti tejas. Hey Bhagavan, he already said, Bhattatri said, Bhagavat Shabda Mukhyashrayosi. Yeshaha, this Akruraha, Yuyoja himsam, he brought about that violence on Satrajit. So if Satrajit was dead, it was because Shatadhanva had attacked him. What instigated or who instigated Shatadhanva? Akrura. So, Yeshaha Akruraha Yuyoja himsam. In a way, Akrura had organized this violence. Satrajitaha Kucharitasya. On Satrajit, Kucharitaha, of a man of very evil conduct, Bhavadi Chaya Eva. Bhavad Ichaya Eva. Why? Bhattatri says it is because of your will. Whatever Akrura did is because of your will. Tvam punaha anahritavan manim. But at that point in time, you did not take away that money forcibly from Akrura. Now, because Akrura had taken away that money from Shatadhanva, Shatadhanva had taken it away from Satrajit, and that money was missing, right? It was taken away by Akrura. Why didn't Krishna retrieve it from Akrura? Akrurataha upadhatum yevatasya, so that when that money is with Akrura, let him be bestowed with prosperity. Wherever that money is, there will be good prosperity. Bhutim iti bruvanti. So let there be some prosperity. Some learned people say this could be the reason why Krishna let it be with Akrura. Bhaktastvai sthirataraha sahi Gandhineyaha tasyaiva kapathamatihi kathamisha jata Vijnanavan prashama vanaha midyudairnam garvam dhruvam shamayitum bhavata kritaiva. Hey Isha, sa Gandhineyaha, O powerful Bhagavan, sa Gandhineyaha, that Akrura, sthirataraha, bhaktaha hi tvai, had been a firm devotee of yours. Katham jata tasya eva kapathamatihi. How can that arise in him? That kapathamatihi, that mind of evil deeds, dhruvam kritayeva bhavata, this must have also been instigated by you. Shamayitum garvam udirnamiti. Why? Because Akrura, who was interested from the younger days to see Krishna, later he waited for an opportunity when Kamsa would tell, go bring Krishna. And then when he brought Krishna, when he conversed with him, that pride that I know Krishna, I am a devotee of Krishna, I love Krishna. So this would have given him a pride. To bring that down, Krishna, you must have orchestrated this entire episode. Shamayitum garvam udirnamiti aham vijnanavan prashamavan. I am enlightened. I am calm in mind. You must have thought. The last shloka of this Dashakam reads like this. Yatam bhayena kritavarma yutam punastam ahuya tadvinihitam chamanim prakashaya tatraiva suvrata Vinidhaya Dushyanth Bhama Kuchantarashayaha Pavanesha Payaha. Hey Pavanesha Punaha. Hey Krishna of Guruvayur. Thereafter, Ahuyatam Yatam. After having called him, that Akrura who had fled the country, Kritavarma Yutam Bhayena, along with Kritavarma on account of fear, Prakashaya cha manim tadvinihitam, having brought that light, that jewel that was deposited with him, Vinidhaya tatrayeva, and returned to Akrura himself, Suvrata dharehe, who was performing good deeds. So there was a slight aberration in his behavior, which Bhattatri says is also because of you, Krishna. You must have done that. Dushyanth Bhama Kuchantarashayaha. Happily, finally, after having finished this episode, Bhagavan was reclining on Satyabhama's chest. So, Bhama Kuchantarashayaha Tvam Payaha. Hey Krishna, when you were able to do so many events with such ease, for you is it tough to remove my ailments? Tvam Payaha, is it tough for you to protect me? Bhattatri requests and pleads Krishna in this Dashakam.
कल्याणरूपाय कलौ जनानां कल्याणदात्रे करुणासुधाब्दे कंवादिदिव्यायुधसत्कराय वातालयाधीश नमो नमस्ते. नारायण 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 नारायण. सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितम् अग्रे पश्यामि तेजो अज्ञात्वा ते महत्वम्. நாராயணியத்தின் வரிகள் சொன்னால் எப்பவுமே பாஷ்பவாரி பரிபூர்ணலோச்சனம் தான். கேட்பவர்களுக்கும் சரி சொல்பவர்களுக்கும் சரி நமக்கு என்னவோ அந்த நாராயணியத்தோட இணைஞ்சு போற மாதிரியே ஒரு பாவம். வரக்கூடிய ஜூலை மாதம் 8, 9, 10 3 நாட்கள் அடியேன் பெங்களூர்ல இருக்கக்கூடிய டோம்லூர் சூரியநாராயண சுவாமி கோவிலில் ஸ்ரீவித்யா சேரிட்டிஸ் ட்ரஸ்ட் ஏற்பாடு பண்ணி 3 நாட்கள் 8, 9, 10 ஜூலை சாயங்காலம் 6 மணிக்கு மேல பேச இருக்கேன். இது அனுமதி எல்லோருக்கும் சுலபம், ஒன்றும் கட்டணம்லாம் ஒன்றும் கிடையாது. ஃப்ரீ என்ட்ரி, நோ ரெஜிஸ்ட்ரேஷன், எல்லாரும் கலந்துக்கலாம். நீங்க அத்தனை பேரும் இந்த உபன்யாசங்கள் 3 நாட்களுக்கும் வந்து குருவாயூரப்பனுடைய அனுபவத்தை பருக வேண்டும் என்பது அடியேனுடைய பிரார்த்தனை. நமஸ்காரம்.